Hello Reformers, and welcome back to Warsword Conquest and Slythe's Adventures. Now, obviously, yeah, I'm still sick, I mean, you can kind of hear that, I think. Anyway, I just want to say thanks to all of you for the well wishes. I really appreciate that, because especially considering the time of year, it is just awful to be sick around this time, and if any of you are sick as well, then I wholeheartedly give you my best wishes as well, because it is awful to be cold as well as feeling awful within yourself as well. Anyway, enough about that. Anyway, we are going to have a bit of a problem on our hands right here. As you can see, we have 130 profit. Oh, how generous of them, isn't it? Oh, extremely generous. 130, that is just awful. Anyway, as you can see right here, we have a bit of an issue with the Empire. They have decided to besiege Caravan once again. Now, bear in mind that in the garrison here, I've basically put every single unit under my command in the garrison. And as a result, we have about 800 and something units here. Now, I assume that I would need something in the region of maybe like, I don't know, maybe 1,000 to prevent enemy vassals from thinking, oh, this is an easy target, and so on. But, yeah. Seems like 800 is not enough to prevent them from doing this. Anyway, yeah, there was a bit of a discussion in the comments section on the previous episode, which was basically discussing how I gain, or shall we say in this case, how I lose reputation. And I did try in the previous episode to enslave a couple of people and do evil things, but obviously we're not going to be losing relation for that, because we are evil and we are expected to do those things. So I'm going to test out rejecting a ransom, because a number of people did suggest that this is probably going to be a good way to lose reputation, and so I'm going to do that. You can see here, it actually does not do anything. It just leaves us with slightly less relation with the vassal in general. So I obviously cannot access my character panel at the moment, because we are in a siege situation. And if I think if I were to exit this and go into the world map from waiting for some time, quote unquote, then I think these guys would jump on me immediately and it would be an absolute bloodbath. So I'm going to just wait as long as I can, and we're going to see how it goes. I don't know where Lord Measles is. I don't know what Lord Measles is actually doing. It's kind of a bit weird. I actually thought that he would, actually start doing some stuff eventually, but he seems to be either lazy or a bit bugged. I'm not entirely sure which one, because I've had mixed results in the past when it comes to making companions vassals, and, well, maybe this one has fallen by the wayside somewhat, and we're not getting a very good result from it. But anyway, I'm gonna wait here for some time. We're gonna continue to wait here for some time, and we're gonna see what actually happens. Alright, so they have decided to come in now, and yes, amusingly enough, they have just over double the amount of units. Actually, much more than that. They have about, 600 more than double? So yeah, it's gonna be kind of difficult for us, but we're gonna try our very best here. I mean, we have a huge amount of Warplock Engineers, Poisoned Wind Globadiers, and so on and so forth. I do have my pistol at the ready here, and we're going to try and use it in first person a little bit. That might make somewhat more sense, give us a little bit more accuracy here and there. And of course, I'm going to try and focus down some of the units that are a little bit more difficult for our units to pin down and take out. And I just wish I had, you know what I wish I had? I wish I had a better weapon. That's literally it. I wish I had a better weapon in every single slot. I wish I had a better pistol. And I wish I had a better two-handed weapon. I've been meaning to get that ball and chain weapon, and I really should just make the journey over there, well, sooner rather than later. That's literally all I can say. Sooner rather than later would make all the difference, to be honest. But as it stands right now, I kind of have been attempting to just lose reputation so that I can get that passive benefit of right to rule. I feel like that is a pretty fantastic thing to try and get, and, well, hopefully we'll be okay. Oh, wow, this is... Hello? This is not good. This is not good at all. I'm very surprised that these guys actually made their way inside so easily. And, oh, I'm so surprised I did not dodge that. But, am I really? Am I really surprised I didn't dodge that? Because the guy was using his overhead attack. And I think the overhead attack really has, well, a lot of damage to it. Anyway, let's just retreat and see what happens here. We did lose quite a few units as a result of that as well. We only, wow, only 63 were eliminated. This is really bad, but we have forced them to retreat, and that means, oh, there we go. Some of them have left. They are going to stick around. Don't worry about that. They are going to stick around, that is for sure. But they have now lost a couple of people. So hopefully those people will be some of the, shall we say, greater numbers. And those greater numbers will not return. Let's cross our fingers, shall we? Yes, let us do that. Anyway, let's see what happens here. Ooh, okay, okay. I think we have a pretty good opportunity here. Now, the one thing that personally I feel like I should do more of is I should be more adaptable. I should be more adaptable to what the AI is doing, and I should react accordingly, because usually I will just, you know, be a little bit more chill, a little bit more relaxed, and just let the AI do whatever it wants to do, and then we'll react to that at that point, which, in my opinion, yeah, okay. In general, that's actually an okay thing to do, but for me right now, I kind of badly want to win this particular siege, and so we are going to put in a little bit more effort, just a, you know, just a little bit, not an over-exaggerated amount of effort, because we wouldn't want to exhaust ourselves, would we? No, of course, I'm being rather sarcastic and everything, but anyway. As you can see, we have got 5 rat ogres, very nice indeed. Let's take a dread knight and a Nagaroth assassin as well. And we are now ready to go hunting for Supreme Patriarch Balthazar. Yes, let us do it. Ah, we've got some dwarves here as well. Oh. Yes, of course. Right, so we can either go in here to Clan Cheese, which just so happens to have dwarven units. I have no idea why they have dwarven units, but I guess that's a thing. Anyway, I'm actually going to go in here versus the goblin. Actually, not versus the goblin, but with the goblin party here against dwarves. And we're going to try and help out the goblins a little bit and make things a little less crowded in the area. And then we're going to see what we can do about the remaining enemies. Of course, I am going to switch from my pistol over to my magic after this, because the magic obviously is very powerful indeed. And I'd like to take good use of that, especially considering we're probably going to be outnumbered. Well, as it seems right now, we are outnumbering the enemy rather considerably. I am going to need to move my units ahead here, because this geometry and environment that we're having to face here is a little bit much, isn't it? Seems like it's a very mountainous area. And, oh yeah, by the way, I am going to be increasing my battle size as we progress onward. Probably before the next episode, I will be changing my battle size and making it just a little bit bigger. Because right now I'm at the default, because usually I'm playing multiple mods at the same time, but considering I'm just playing Warsword right now, I think we can probably increase our battle size for a few episodes, and then we'll see what happens after that. But yeah, considering we are doing so much fighting nowadays, having a greater battle size is obviously kind of prevalent at the moment, and so I'm probably going to increase it from 150, which is what it is at the moment, to about 225. I think if I increase it any further than that, my PC starts getting some weird performance issues like stuttering and frame rate problems. So obviously we don't want that, you know, the video must be smooth as possible. Obviously I can't even record it in 60 FPS, so obviously having a smooth experience at 30 is the best I can kind of offer at the moment, unfortunately. But anyway. Oh, how are we doing here? This is a bit weird, isn't it? This is very, very weird indeed. Oh, look at that. We can actually see the skybox. That's really cool. Look at that. We have a moon, and we have a planet in the distance by the looks of things. That's pretty cool. I like that. It's the first time I've actually seen the skybox at night, I think, because we don't usually look up, do we? We're usually looking down and making sure that our opponents do not sneak up on us and so on. So yeah, that's a pretty cool sight to see, actually. Anyway, I'm gonna get out my pistol here just in case. Gonna get ready to shoot anyone that appears out of nowhere. And I'm kind of a bit disappointed that I don't have magic at the moment, but I feel like magic is probably going to be kind of useless against these dwarves at the moment, because there's just so few of them that it's really not going to make that much difference. But, well, it's always nice to get that little bit of extra practice using some of the higher tier spells like the Vermintide and Curse of the Horned One and so on and so forth. So it would be kind of good for us to use that a little bit more often. Anyway, let's have a look here. Maybe I can get a couple of kills. Oh, there's a dwarf miner. Oh, how fantastic. What a high value target that is, Slythe. Very good. He would, wouldn't he? He would target such a low value target. There we go. What about this one? Oh wow, that guy did not die from 74 damage. Alright, we're gonna make sure that we get the experience for this guy. Can we get the experience for him? Yeah, there we go. Oh, that was the Lord. That was the Lord himself. Yes. You will not take our cheese, you bearded menace. Oh, yes. I can imagine the stories. The stories of the Skaven with their with their fights against the dwarves. It's just like, oh yes, their beards were just awful, especially with the cream cheese, and all the melted cheese fondue and all that stuff. Yeah, you can imagine the beards just dipping in there, and oh yeah, it's all manner of crazy stuff going on. Anyway. It seems like the goblins are perfectly able to handle this fight, even without my assistance, which is kind of amazing. I actually would have thought that the dwarves would have a pretty decisive advantage, but I guess in many respects the goblins are extremely good offensively, and I guess I'm just a bit surprised by that. Because in previous iterations, yes, the goblins are somewhat good when it comes to their attack, but they are, well, I'm going to take a healing potion there. They are not exactly, wow, that was a pointless healing potion, wasn't it? What an utterly pointless healing potion. Thanks a lot, Dwarven Crossbows. These two absolutely had my number. Two things I can always take away from these field battles. That Nerthan is going to get eliminated and Ripnich is going to get a kill. It just seems like that always happens. I have no idea why Nerthan always dies. It's probably because he doesn't have very good armor, but we're going to hopefully change that as time goes on. Anyway, let's rescue these prisoners. More for the garrison, and we will take as many of these prisoners as we can get our hands on, of course. Nothing really much in the inventory here of our opponent, but that's okay. I mean, I'll take a couple of pieces. Alright, so let's have a look here. They have 267. I am going to now equip this. And we'll take away the bullets as well. I only have one healing potion? Oh wow, that's actually kind of bad, isn't it? That is actually kind of bad. Okay, well, let's see what the goblin decides to do. Is the goblin actually going to help out? No, the goblin's not going to help out. Okay, well, obviously we're not allied with them. We are just neutral, so I guess I don't really blame him. We have 160 against the enemies, 267, so 160, 190. Alright, so that's... I think that's okay. Okay, we're gonna go in here, and we're gonna rush to the aid of the Clan Cheese Caravan, 187 against 261, and we are in a very similar situation. This is not great. Can I go this way? Do my AI companions want to come over this way? Are they actually going to follow me properly? Because if they don't follow me properly, there's no point. Wow, this is going to take me a little bit of time. Alright, so we have a pretty crazy thing on our hands right here. I'm in a kind of weird position, as you can see, due to the battle map. It is not going extremely well. Let's say that, shall we? And I'm going to try and use Curse of the Horned One here, if I can. I'm going to try to use Vermintide first. Ah, Winds of Magic 1! Why did you do this to me, Winds of Magic 1? Ah! Okay, wait. Curse of the Horned One. I have this ready. Let's do this. I'm not entirely sure where to go, to be honest. Okay, I guess I'll just transform... Are you serious? Okay. Madness. Yeah, there we go. You work for me now, Emir Curious. That is actually a vassal. That is literally a vassal right now, helping us out. Okay, Vermintide, there we go. Let's tell our infantry to charge in. Oh yes, we are outnumbered. This is the best way that we fight, or at least Scythe's troops. Yeah, you know, Skaven maybe not so much, but still. Anyway, Curse of the Horned One is now almost ready once again. Obviously, I don't have enough mana to be able to cast it just yet, but there you go. Absolutely crazy efficiency on our side right here. We are getting so many kills in comparison to deaths, and that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Alright, so we're going to tell our infantry to come to the top here, and Emir Curious actually did break free by the looks of things, and did get himself eliminated, or he got himself eliminated by his own forces. I don't think that's the case, but yeah. Anyway, seems like it probably just lasts a short amount of time, I guess. And yeah, otherwise, whoa, these... You know, dwarves, I'm not a big fan of dwarves in general in all kinds of different, you know, media and so on and so forth. I don't have any, you know, I don't have anything against them, so to speak. You know, I don't hate them or anything like that. I just, I don't know, I never really play as the dwarves in basically anything. I don't play as chaos dwarves, I don't play as dwarves in like Lord of the Rings or anything like that, you know, I don't play as anything like that, so it's kind of a bit weird. It's kind of a bit weird because I'm seeing them now and I'm thinking to myself, these are really cool, you know? These are really cool. I mean, the hammerers specifically and the giant slayers and things like that, they are so incredibly effective and they are very, very difficult to kill. I mean, considering they're using very little armor in the case of the giant slayers, it's a miracle that they're actually getting to you know, to actually get into melee range. You know, it's pretty crazy. Anyway, Bjorg actually gained 10 kills. He gained 10 kills in this particular battle, which I'm really surprised about. I'm actually kind of proud of him for doing such a great job. And let's see if I can do some damage against this guy. Wow, he just literally fell over. He did not put up a big fight, did he? I suppose they're just like, it's Scythe, what are we gonna do? Apparently they don't know. Anyway, why is my magic not regenerating, by the way? Do you see my magic regenerate right now? It's not actually regenerating. I'm confused? I am a bit confused actually by this. I'm gonna cast Vermintide once again, get some more infantry out on the battlefield here. I don't really want to lose a huge amount of units, even though this is kind of one of the bigger battles that we've faced so far, especially considering these guys actually do have some pretty good units, you know? They're not walkovers, that's for sure. And I do need to find that potion seller, or at least one potion seller, and actually buy something. But yeah, you can see here that the Winds of Magic is no longer showing itself, so I'm not entirely sure what's happening with my mana regeneration. Can I only generate a certain amount of mana per fight? Maybe that's the case, because I've never actually been in a fight where I've been able to cast as many spells as I did just now, so I guess that's the reason. Anyway, let's have a look. We lost 3. Our allies lost 16, which is actually kind of harsh, but it's okay. As long as we saved the Caravan, that's all that matters. And we do have, once more, another fight on our hands. 124 enemies, and let's see, this is a little bit better. A little bit better. I'm actually going to take that healing potion. I'm going to make sure that I utilize it to the best of our ability, because obviously I used my last healing potion in the previous fight, but because we are in the same fight, technically, I guess, it does give me the opportunity to use it again. So I am very thankful for that, that is for sure. And we're going to see what happens with this. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell my people to hold their fire right now, because they are being delayed a little bit by firing and then reloading and so on. So we're going to try and get them to be a little bit faster up here. And then we're going to have them stand right here and rain down every kind of death and destruction that is afforded to them by their amazing liege Scythe. You thought I was going to say by their amazing equipment, didn't you? Yes. Yes, I mean, they do have pretty amazing guns, don't they? So I guess that kind of does make sense. But anyway, can you start firing away now? I did tell you to hold fire, didn't I? Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, there we go. That's what we like to see. Okay, very nice indeed. Oh, there's actually a lot of archers. We have a lot of archers right here. I need to tell them to stand closer a little bit, because they are way too spread out in my opinion. but I do need our infantry to go past and to actually get to the opponent, so we'll see if that actually makes a difference. Anyway, I'm gonna try and see if I can maybe do Bless with Filth here, I guess. There we go. Yes, everyone is blessed. That is very nice indeed. Okay, it's kind of weird that these guys aren't really doing much. Hey, guys, you're getting shot to pieces right now. It might make sense for you to actually move. Yes, there we go. They are actually moving. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind if they just stand there. You know, that's absolutely fine with me. I mean, if they choose to do so, then that's their decision, obviously. But I personally feel like it's probably not the best idea for them to do that. Anyway, let's cast Skaven Blight. No, let's cast Vermintide here, and then I'm going to also cast Curse of the Horned One if I can. I'm going to go in here. I think around here, maybe. And let's boost ourselves up, and then we'll use it. Maybe, there we go. Oh, did it really fail? Did it really fail? Oh, yes it did. That is super sad. Oh well, never mind. It's back in 20 seconds, so I should be able to cast it once again. There we go, getting a couple of kills as well. I've actually started getting many more kills on Scythe now, which is kind of weird. I mean, yeah, you know, with the firearm, I'm obviously able to get quite a few kills just by shooting into big packs of enemies. But usually, you know, if I'm not using the gun, it's going to be kind of difficult for me to get kills as Scythe, because he has to go into melee range, and he's pretty lightly armored. I mean, you can kind of tell that, obviously. He's wearing a, Skaven Warlock's robe, so he obviously doesn't have a huge amount of armor, but yeah, it's kind of cool to actually see him get a couple of kills, level up a little bit as well. And I'm going to try and use this. Yeah, that's it's not really working very well, is it? Yeah, that's a bit of a problem, I think, with me having just, I think, 8 in magic right now. I think if I had 9 or 10 and used my magic boost, I would be able to use it much more effectively. And I suppose once it's back off cooldown, I'm probably going to use it on this last band of enemies. It's 5 seconds, and I'm going to use the boost. And we'll try it out here, but... Oh, it actually worked! I am really surprised. Okay, we had a Winds of Magic roll of 4, and we had a +2, I guess, from the boost. So I was actually thinking that, wow, there's no way that's going to work, because it's a 6 total, technically. I don't know whether it's how that works, but that's how I've interpreted it, and it worked. Pretty crazy. I guess it had a really low chance to actually work, but it actually then ended up working, so that's pretty nice. Anyway, there you go. We actually didn't lose anyone from our own army. We only lost units from Vermintide, I assume, and otherwise, there we go. 108 enemy units taken out. And you know what, I think I'm actually just going to tell our people just to charge in right here. Losing 3 is not really a big deal, just to take them out completely. And Supreme Patriarch Balthazar managed to escape. I'm actually kind of a bit irritated by that, to be honest, because we did expend quite a few resources to get him into battle and to actually defeat him as well, but it seems like he is a bit of a slippery customer, isn't he? Yes, a bit of a slippery customer, so that's obviously a bit of unfortunate luck there, and yeah, otherwise we did save our... Oh, hello. You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere, Sonny Jim, you wood elf, and we're gonna take them out real quick. 147 against 33. Yeah, it's a foregone conclusion, isn't it? And there is the Blessing of Filth spreading throughout our army, and I absolutely love the visual effects. I feel like the visual effects are super impressive, and we are now in an extremely good position, as you can see here. We're going to absolutely... Wait, where are my archers going? I was like, yes, this Blessing of Filth is going to do so much damage, and then my archers were like, okay, well, that's good for you, see ya. And then they were just running away. I don't exactly know why that is, but okay. That's absolutely fine with me, I guess, as long as they get back into position relatively easily. That was a bit of a weird thing going on there. I did put them into ranks, so maybe putting them into ranks made a bit of a difference in regards to their behavior of some kind. Anyway, let's get our... Vermintide did not work. Okay, of course it didn't. Okay, come on, Winds of Magic. Come on, Winds of Magic. I need you. Oh, okay. Plus... Really? +3? That is not good. Okay, Transform them. No, that did not work. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to work, but I tried it out anyway, just because Winds of Magic 3... it's not good enough, is it? Certainly not. Okay. Well, let's tell our archers to charge. And, well, there's not much more for me to do here, except use Madness, I guess, maybe on someone. What about that guy? Really? Did I really miss that? That was a really bad miss. Oh well, never mind. Bjorg has his number. Oh yes, he does. Bjorg... Just watching Bjorg is actually kind of hilarious. Maybe one time I should really... Like, if it's an easier battle, shall we say, maybe what I should do is just kind of run in there, you know, once I got a giant rat mount, and just run in there, get myself killed, and then just watch Bjorg and see what he does, because he's such a beast, and that is, well, literally and figuratively, so yes, there you go. Anyway, pretty easy fight for us. Unfortunately, he did manage to escape as well, but we did get a couple of rescued prisoners, which we can place in the garrison to kind of shore up our numbers a little. And there you go. Okay, so we did protect Caravan, kind of a bit jankily, really, not extremely efficiently like I would like, but well, that's just how it goes sometimes. Anyway, that will be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.